Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to make a card from the Cricut Make It Now. I think it's the Jingle card, I think is what it was called. And I think it's from Anna Griffin. I think it's from one of her cartridges. It said Anna Rose, so I don't know if that's what she goes by, or I always thought it was Anna Griffin's. But you can find it on the Cricut Make It Now. And I just loved this card. So I will, and this sentiment is from my Stamps of Life, ho, ho, ho for Kit Club. I got this, I'm in the card kit club. Yeah. And I've been doing videos today, I'm off. Craft videos, I'm off. So I got this and I used the Jingle all the way from there for this project. And I did not have any gold paper that I really liked and that was shiny, so I used vinyl. But what I will tell you, a saving measure, is this is how I put it together. And I did not use the gold Jingle. So here's the Jingle, that's all I used. I used the 2 Jingle bells and the dots over the eye. So if you do use vinyl, if you like the look of this and that's something you want to do, save yourself, just let these 2 bells and this cut. You don't need anything else. You don't need to layer it in. It's really, because where it's vinyl, it's not really going to give you that extra oomph of dimension anyways. So, and I used a wood grained embossing folder on this from Doris. And this is burlap that I got from Target in their dollar section at some point. And I bought it just for this card. I was so excited about this card and I almost forgot about it this Christmas season. So another tip that I will give you, definitely want to glue down the burlap to the back. I used glossy accents for that. Well, actually Crystal Effects, I think, which is Stampin' Up, but it's the same essential thing. The other thing, so this is the envelope and this cuts as part of the card as well. The other thing that I would recommend is to not close your envelope until your card is in it, because the card is kind of poofy with the burlap. So I would wait. So now you can go ahead where that's there. My card's in there. Let me peel this off. All right. And then get that down. And there you go. So it will, the envelope will look huge when you take the card out, but it has a little bit of poof to it. And then I left that on the top, so in case I don't do the card, if I don't address the card, say my mother does, she can just pull those and then the card's ready to go. So let's make it. Let's make it now. Ha ha ha. Okay. All right, so here are our pieces. This is layered. So first you layer the cream color, and then you layer the red, and then you layer the green. And like I said, these are vinyl cuts that I just used. And it cut quite well. I've heard a lot of people say they had trouble with Hobby Lobby's paper, the Paper Studio. A couple things I had to trim, but it really wasn't that bad. Okay, so now I've got to move other stuff to get to my gun that you guys can't see because it's another video. I'm doing good. I'm getting pumped up. It's the 6th day. I'm halfway there. I'm so excited. So, woohoo! All right. So let's go ahead and get this put down on the inside. You really don't need this much adhesive inside, but you know me, better safe than sorry. Because if somebody opens it and it all falls out in their hands, you're gonna feel a little silly. Okay, I have glue and everything all over my fingers, so I'm kind of playing with my ring. I'm kind of doing my fingers. Oh, and I cut myself apparently. Okay, it's been one of those days today. So I went ahead and I used, and some of the glossy accents spread down here. I used glossy accents and I used glossy accents to hold this on the back as well. And then I taped it down just to make sure on the burlap. So there's the embossing folder that I did. And this is a 5.5 by 5.5 card. So with this, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the ATG. Just make sure you're careful because you don't want to hurt your embossing. I mean, a lot of it's hidden because of the middle section, but definitely want to put a little extra on the burlap. Doesn't hurt. Adhesive never really hurts anybody. And you know what? We'll go this way too, just to just to make sure. I don't want to run into the problem of one of my cards falling apart when I could have just used another line of adhesive. Okay. So like I said, I got a little glossy accents somewhere, but unless they're shining it in the light like this, which I don't know if they do, that's okay. So it's not bad. I did it this afternoon and it's actually pretty dry. So I was impressed with how quickly it dried. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use glossy accents on the back of this as well because I want it to really cling to the burlap. So we're going to go ahead and, yes, Crystal Effects. I've had it forever from Stampin' Up. Really don't use a lot of glossy accents in my crafting. But I haven't done a lot of like crafting like this as of late. Just like for Catman's cards and a few other things I've done, but not a lot. So I'm super stoked to get back into it, and I'm stoked that I've been able to combine my digital and my other craftiness. I'm just psyched. I really have to say I can't remember right offhand a time I've been so happy with how things are going. So, and Catman will be relocating here soon, and that's just like the cherry on top of the ice cream. So my life is good. I have a wonderful child. I'm so fortunate. I'm just so lucky. I mean, I have problems. I'm not going to tell you I don't. But I'm so happy and I'm so blessed, and it just sometimes change is good and sometimes change is bad. And I've had a lot of good changes. So I'm just excited, and hopefully you guys see that come through in my crafting. And yeah, I'm just excited to share the journey with you. Okay, so, and another tip, if your paper's textured, this is the Cricut paper. I used the Southwest 8.5 by 12 because you do need the full 12 inches, but you don't need the full 8.5. So I put my paper upside down when I put it on the mat so that the inside of the card, the inside of the envelope was up so that you see the texture on the outside when you mail it. So you get the texture outside there. Okay. So let's go ahead and get our envelope made. And with Cricut, all you have to do is just put your fingers in the crease where it is and just start folding. And it's like magic. As long as you've scored it with a score tool. If you haven't, then not so much magic. It just doesn't fold, or it folds janky. You don't want that. So yep, I just stick my nail in the ridge, what little nails I have now. And just take my bone folder, give it a nice crease. And crisp corners on this, it's good to have. It's always good to have crisp corners, but you know, it's one of those things that the card is kind of fluffy. It's a big boy, I guess we could say. Okay, so here we go. So we've got our jingle. And then on the inside, jingle all the way. I couldn't think of another sentiment to use. And I saw that because I was like, what am I going to use with jingle? And then I saw this, I'm like, oh, jingle all the way. That works. All right, so we're going to get this, and we're going to do our envelope again. And hope that none of the glossy accent sticks in the 10 seconds that the envelope will be pressed down, because that would be awkward. We're not looking for awkward today. We're all full up. Okay, I sang. I'm gonna have to come after all of you now. Anyone that's heard me sing, uh-oh. And it's my bad singing voice, not my good one. I was singing along to Silent Night today, and I remember my chorus days, and I actually do have a nice voice when I concentrate. But when I sing in my scrap room, not so much. As my son, that's his thing now. He's a lot. You ask him something, if it's not good, he'll go. So yeah, so I've been doing that a lot more now too, because the Minion is. Minion just sends things to me, and he says things and they kind of stick. So here you go. And I cut out 2 at the same time again. You know, you might think, you know, I love it because of that button. You just hit 2. And you might think, well, God, I gotta get 2 pieces of paper, but you're doing it once and you're getting 2 for the bang. You know, and most of the pieces of paper, I had to use 3 pieces for the cards that were, I think 11 by 5.5. Yep, 11 by 5.5. And then the envelopes, like I said, were, I think they were like 7 by 12. So that was it. The rest of it, not so much. And you saw how much vinyl I printed and how much I used. So I just didn't see the thing in layering. And you know what? If you can save it, save it. It's like when I do the teddy bears from Teddy Bear Parade, I rarely cut the black layer because usually the nose is hidden, which is black. And the eyes, I just take a 1/2 inch circle punch. I punch them out. I tape them to the back or adhere them to the back. Good to go, and I've saved some black paper. It's all about saving so you can make the next card, the next project. It's exciting. And I'm a little too excited. A few Christmas carols, some crafting supplies, and watch me go. Okay, so I'm being silly in my videos, but you know, the 12 Meows of Christmas and the Christmas chaos, connecting has been crazy. I'm just gonna say that, crazy. Like crazy jazz hands, crazy. Okay. See, I'm being silly again. So I will say thank you so much for watching. And there's a lot happening on my blog this week. Some of the cards I have not made videos for. So if you need some cuteness, inspiration, pop on over there and see what you see. And you never know what happens on my blog. It might be something that you want to get in on. That's all I'm going to say. Go over to www.crazycatladycraft.blogspot.com. Thanks so much for watching and happy crafting.